Howdy, everybody. Mike Pence back here with another Predator. I hope all is well with everybody and everyone's having a great life so far. So I finished up my Roush take of the highlights and everything. So I think I'll do one of these and and focus on my other video that'll be coming out. Mr. Christopher Cannon. This is one of the Predators from the Georgia sting. He was the youth minister. Was it the youth pastor guy? I think he was a youth person. I don't know if it was just like the overall youth thing or just the music. So he definitely had a role in a church, and I'm assuming probably was a good paying job. I mean, there's a lot of places where you can definitely make a full time living and a decent one at that if you go to one of those really huge churches. There's plenty of those around where I live. Primarily the black ones. There's actually one. There's actually a black church near my house. That's just ginormous, like mega church. Not Joel Osteen level, but comparative to everything else around, it's huge. And they actually ran out of money, so they got the structure up and they got the brick and concrete. Everything's up and everything, but there's nothing else. They put the parking lot in, they put the building, but there's no flooring, there's no wind. It's crazy, and they just ran out of money apparently. So interesting. So I guess you could say Happy Black History Month. So I just want to do a Black Predator. I'm kidding. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm not serious. I didn't do it just because it's Black History Month, but this reminded me of it, and I said, hey, might as well. So yes, let's just dive right into Mr. Christopher Cannon. Definitely a predator that I think people do hate. I think he is a hated predator, and I can only imagine if we had his entire interview with police, I think he'd probably hate it more, unless MSNBC just edited little parts that they knew would piss people off. Which I mean, it pisses me off, just the way it comes off, as being like, oh, I'm so as he say, I'm just so disgusted in myself. I'm just such a, I'm just, it's funny how he does that. So it's definitely a form of defense. It definitely is such a corny, pathetic way and slimy way of when you're trying to beat yourself up about it. You're trying to separate yourself. Like, that's not who I really am. Like, oh man, yeah. What's going on, Walter? Nicholas, how you guys doing? So yeah, he definitely is a hated predator, for sure. So this was done by Chandra Chai. Um, yeah, and this was the bust isn't. Let's see, you're my little boo. Well, boo to you, Christopher. Yep. So he was 32 at the time of the sting, so that would make him around 43, 44 right now. There's his email, Lil Burn. Sounds like a rap name. Lil Burn. There has to be someone named Lil Burn out there. Let's see where Lil Burn is in Georgia. Lil Burn. Lyle Burn. It's in Gwinnett County. Let's see. So it's I guess it's just a small suburb. It's a north side. Oh yeah, northeast of the city. So it's northeast of the city. Let's get directions. Let's see how far he traveled. It's like Fortson. I don't even know the exact. I don't know the exact. Fortson, Columbus. I don't know the exact address, so we'll just. Oh wow. Oh yeah, because it was in Columbus. Oh wow, so he drove almost 2 hours. That's good to hear, Walter. Good to hear. Yeah, that's he almost drove 2 hours. He drove 2 hours. Oh wow. So about 2 hours. So he drove away. Close this. So his middle name is Xavier, and he goes by Z. He goes the Z instead of the X, like Professor Xavier. No, from the X-Men it's Xavier, and then the university near my old alma mater, UC, was Xavier University. Hashtag Xavier girls are ugly. Inside joke. So they begin chatting the 16th of July in 06. 06. Yeah, so let's see. So it was Yahoo. I'm assuming it's Yahoo chat. I don't know if they don't really say anything. So it's Yahoo chat. Yeah, so Xavier starts off, and this is 2:10 p.m. So middle of the day. Let's just see what actual day this is. If he's so 2:30, 2:10 on a which day? I guess I should have actually just wrote it. Should have just wrote in July 16th. 2006. Lance Armstrong wins the ESPYs. What day is this? Sunday. So oh man. So this is a Sunday. So this guy is talking to the girl on Sunday. What's going on, Roscoe? Yeah, so he starts to talk to her on Sunday. So clearly his Sunday is not busy. Or he's in I don't know if he has, I'm assuming he has an office of some sort or something. Again, I don't know if we find out in the chat how big his church is that he belongs to, because again, some of these churches are huge. So I mean, they have staff, whereas some other churches are just people, out of the goodness of their hearts. So we will see. So yeah, again, this is on Sunday at 2. And if you're involved that heavily in a church, I don't know if you have time to be chatting away with a 13-year-old girl. 15, excuse me, 15-year-old girl on a Sunday at 2:00. I feel like you'd either be out with people, going to like lunch, doing cleaning up at the church, or just something. This does not help his. For me personally, I mean, obviously, I don't think it matters, and I don't know if it really mattered in court. But again, if you're working in a church, Sunday is probably the busiest day for you to do stuff. I think anyone with common knowledge, it's a common thing now. So he reaches out and says hello and do that. So right away, he's already said he's 27, which he's not. So he shaves 5 years off of his age. Not sure why. Maybe I guess he just thinks he can pull off being 27. I guess there's a thing where it's just like you want to, like I don't know, like you don't at the initial thing you want to lie, but you'll be truthful later after you get to know somebody, as so many of these guys do. And even people in real life, when they do dating and stuff, they lie at first because they don't want to turn somebody away. There's that fear when you turn the big 3-0. 27 versus 30 is a huge thing, but it's only 3 years. So right away it's 15 FGA. So there's already that in terms of like, oh shit, this is an underage girl. Yeah, he's really 32, John. What's going on, Johnny? How are you? So yeah, he already established the age. He's in Atlanta, but she's generalizes that she's just in Georgia. So I don't know if they're not in a Georgia chat room or she just is basic. I don't know. How's your day? Boring. I'm sorry to hear that. So yeah, I guess they're in some kind of like Georgia, Atlanta, something kind of chat room, because he just asked her like, what part of town are you in? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Near Columbus, even Atlanta, so blah blah blah. Yeah, I have done some research on him, and I think I've found family of his. I haven't found him. But yeah, I think he still has family in Hazelwood, so he has family in both places. So I don't know if there's something behind that, but she knows what it is. So I mean, like they're like kind of using connection, like, oh, I know where that is, so they're trying to build a little connection there. So are you busy? Oh, so how long you been here? Are you busy? No, you have more pic. So he wants to see pictures of her. So I think right here he's a little bit alarmed. He's a little bit sketched out. So he wants to get some more, visual evidence in terms of he's what was the thing that Almond Joy said? Risk assessment. I think this is part a little more risk assessment as well. So there you go. Yeah, and then there you go. Um, is I'm Nat. What's your name? Well, yeah, yeah, Xavier. Huh. So right here, that's weird. So right here, he spells that like he spells Xavier like that, but then he says Xavier like that. Interesting. I don't know why he does that, but I mean, teach their own. Mm-hmm. As for passwords, you're just going up. I'm getting a little bit sick. I don't know. This weather's been acting crazy, so I'm getting a little sick. So please don't get too upset about my nasaliness. Let's see. You look young. That's right. So again he already but he's known the age the whole time. But then he's seen pictures, and then he acknowledged that she looks young. Um, I mean it's obvious. If you're 32, you know that. And again, he works for a church. I think the youth side, so he should get that. Um, you like mine? Oh my god, you're hot. That's a Mizzou T-shirt. LOL. Yeah, you like? How long you lived here? 2 years. Hey, what? You want to call me? Ah, look at that. How fast. That is very fast. That's a very fast conversation. And it's crazy considering that he works in a church, and again the youth side, um, and how fast it is. So I guess I think like the barrier was shattered when he had said, hey, you're 15, look young, but here's some pictures. They exchanged pictures. So I guess that was enough for him to feel comfortable. And then she's like, oh, you're hot. So he felt even more binded by the compliment that she gave him. And then I think what it does is he wants to get her on the phone to hear her voice to verify. So he's doing all these risk assessments, without saying anything. It said Chris, not Xavier. See, name's Chris. Sorry about that. When I walked in, can you call back? Blah blah. I love your voice. I like your voice. Ah, jeez. So then they had the initial conversation. So then they stopped talking for 6 hours. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I guess he had to go. He had to go be a churchly guy or what. I would have asked him if I was the decoy. So she doesn't say anything, huh? So he doesn't say anything. Oh yeah. So yeah. Nothing much. Just trying to find something to get into. Like what? Not sure. LOL. They never say anything. So a little bit. Or that was to kind of see what she's feeling, and he doesn't buy enough, or maybe he got busy. Oh, what's up, shit? Yeah, I just want to test a lot. I'm just here to test the laugh cast. Yeah. Well, see, what's interesting, I will say this, obviously off what is on topic, but like it does not mean like when he says like I'm just trying to test it, I was just test it, like that doesn't absolve you of any sort of guilt against the law. It might absolve himself of any like more like moral guilt or anything, which it shouldn't, but it might, by him saying that. But in reality, it doesn't change anything, which I think is funny. And I think he's one of those guys that thinks like, unless you catch me doing something, or like I can just say I didn't want to do anything and it's fine. He's one of those guys that has that mentality. And it's crazy. Like some of these guys are so fixated on like they can get in trouble, but they don't understand like the severity of the legality side of it. They're more pushed towards the morality and like the humane side of it. So if they morally and humanely can like tell themselves, oh well, I don't actually I'm not going to do anything. I just like the entertainment, I like the company, but I'm not going to do anything. Like they're like, oh, then they think it's fine. They think it's a okay, easy squeezy lemon peasy, which is obviously not true. So yep. So here we go. Here okay. So then here's one of his good feelers. Sends feelers out. Yeah, we got in our backyard. I'll probably be never be invited. Here's the that was his first major feeler. I don't think your parents would care for that. Me being older than you, well, I wouldn't tell them. And it'll be our little secret. Oh man, that sucks. So he's already kind of so now he knows like so he's already acknowledged like he's trying not to say, he's trying to say that his parents that the parents would just be pissed like he's just an older boyfriend, he's just a boy that's older, but no, it's like it's legally not allowed. So and yeah, I want to keep our secrets because it's illegal. Like God, it's like not just because God doesn't want that, the law doesn't allow that, and society doesn't. Um, Cause Howard in St. Louis, we broke up, just moved here, da da da. Well, now you can get to know me. So there you go. I didn't like St. Louis at all. Why not? Just not feeling it. St. Louis and Atlanta are two different but similar cities, I'd have to say. But I don't think they're that far off from each other. But I feel like Atlanta's a lot more East Coasty, while St. Louis is more. Yeah, it's like more. I mean, obviously it's Midwest, and they're very ratchet cities. I'd say that I would not want to go to. Well, more. I mean, Atlanta's nice. St. Louis, I think, is still a little crazy, very crime ridden, but it's still nice. But yeah, I wouldn't live in either one of them though. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting stuffy. If he had his own camera crew and equipment to with him, it would have been believable. Nah, it's funny. Yeah, I'm just here to test it. Me and my crew, we're just here to test it. We just want. I knew what it was. Yeah, that'd be funny. I miss the people I know there. Well, I hate to cut this short, but I have to make a quick run. But I'll be back on later. This is Sunday night. That's interesting. I don't know what he has to do. Um, he gets off. I wonder what happened. I wonder what he had to do instead. Hmm. Oh well. Dang, like wow. Look at this. So I mean, I'm not saying they redacted anything, but so they ceased communications about 24 hours right here, and they come back, and let's see. So I had stepped away. How was your day? It was okay. Yours? It was okay. I'm glad it's over. What happened? I hate Mondays. So when will you call again? I don't know. Why do you want me to call? Just asked. Where is your parents? Here you go. He's already asking about parents. And the cam. He's already asking the cam. Have you dated before? Have you ever dated before? Oh my god, yeah. She told you last night. He must have been. I don't know if he's ever talked to. I don't know if he's talking to other girls, underage girls. Like, is he the R. Kelly of To Catch a Predator? I'm kidding. It's such a bad joke. It's such a tasteless joke. Yeah. So we get into now we're getting into the more romantic side of the. Have you ever dated before? She told you that, and then again he acknowledges her age as being so young. So so if you were willing to ask like you've ever dated before, and you're saying she's so young and you're 32, it's like come on. If you're 32, you've had to have dated. Not everybody, but I mean, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Guys and gals know what I mean. You're not gonna ask someone if you are a 32-year-old person and you're trying to talk to someone, you're not gonna be like, "Have you ever dated before?" It's like, yeah, we're adults. That's what we do. But I mean, some people haven't, so I guess I should take that back. Some people haven't. To each their own. So I'm not gonna hold it against anybody. That's Jim Rash. Roush. Rauch. Have you dated a black guy before? Ugh. There you go. Want to see the first black guy she dated? Don't they all? Uh, I love this though. You dated a white girl before? Yeah. You probably haven't had SCX before. So we've already. So it's been like a day and a half. I guess. Yeah, about a day and a half because they started talking at 2. And they're talking at 11:30 the next night, and it's like you probably haven't had sex before, so it's like you wouldn't ask that of a 15-year-old girl. So there's already intentions, but then he backtracks. See, now he backtracks because now he's like, just kidding. No, he's not. Um. So then there. Okay. So then he's not joking. So he goes, yeah. So you're a virgin. Oh my god, how did you know that? I can tell these things. Besides, you're 15. Oh man, what a riot. All my friends in St. Louis already did it. Yeah, because it's St. Louis. They did it when they were 14. So, are you ready? Oh, man. Laying it on thick there, big boy. Let's see. I'm tired of being the only one who didn't do it yet. I'm tired of being, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I get it, but I also, like, looking back, I'm like, I don't understand why, like, it was such a big deal. I guess like for kids, like I guess like when you're like that age, you're just like a horny little dickhead, and you're just like you think it's like gonna be the coolest, greatest thing. I just never saw it like that. Like having to like be, I'm tired of being the only one. Like find new friends, find the nice kids, find the ones that'll be successful in the future. And it's like most of those kids are probably not doing too well. Most of them. So wow, okay. Huh. So this is very out of place. Like this is a very like out of place comment because he's prodding about the parents, he's prodding about her experiences, but then he kind of like a bait and switch of you should wait till you're married. But I also think what he's trying to do is he's trying to like gauge her like level of seriousness and like level of like intent with him, especially because he wants to come off as like this caring, nice, religious guy. But at the end of the day, he knows what he wants because he wants to be gentle. So, oh, no one else does that. Sure, they do. Are you? So then she flips on him like, "Are you a virgin?" No. Well, that's a double standard, isn't it? Yeah, but I wish I could have waited. Aw, sweet of him. Really, why? It's better that way. Do you have a kid? I don't want kids. I'm married. Wow, you sure don't sound like any guys like I've met before. It's nice. Wow. See when I read these chats, it's interesting like how these decoys are PJ volunteers are good at reading these guys. Like they can read these guys very very well and groom them back. I always love that fact. I think that's for some of these guys. That's why I'll read these chats because I love seeing how they're able to like flip the script on these guys and then like hook them in because you tell these guys what they want to hear and like they'll tell you anything. Um, just like just like as a guy, guys like, yeah, I told her anything she wanted to hear. Yeah, man, going back with her, that type of deal. It's like, yeah, I told this freaking old guy that he was the first guy ever said nice things to me, and he thinks I'm 13. And he's coming over getting arrested. Yeah, kind of like that. That's just funny. sweet talking these guys and incriminating themselves. How's the guys you meet talk? How does the guys how the guys that you meet talk? How do they talk? They all want to have sex, and they get mad when I don't want to do it. Ah, but you want to, right? Ah, see, he wants to. See, he wants to see if she's open to it. She wants to plan. He wants. She wants to. He's planning the idea of like, you should. No, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. But he's dealing. He deals with kids all of the time. So on top of that, he knows that kids are very rebellious and don't trust you know adults and figures of power and everything. So it's like he's trying to use both things. He's trying to use like the you should wait, but you want to, right? So I think it begs the question of like, was there ever any inappropriate activity with the people of his church? Um, I Who knows? Who knows? Because because again, like you can look at guys like Marvin Harrison in the same thing. Or you can look at K, David K. I almost said David, David. Let's put this towards you. Look at David K. You can look at those guys, and K, I think was, I mean, it was all the stuff that came out about him. He was easier to believe that he had done stuff. I think with that, in terms of Harrison and Cannon, it was less. But with Harrison, it was like, yeah, all the crazy stuff that he said really, I think, made me believe that he is definitely not a one-time offender. I don't think Christopher Cannon was, but I think there probably was a little bit more, like just the way that Marvin talks and just all of that. Like I could just tell he's definitely a serial chatter. Whereas I think Xavier might be more of a habitual social chatter. I don't think he's level of Marvin Harrison. And I'm trying to think of other religious predators. I mean, you Chuck Harding, I guess. I mean, that's just a dead giveaway at this point. Father son hand job books. But if anyone has any other, if anyone, comment below if you're not watching this live. It's just, but let me know, like, if there's other predators that were like religious that, like, do you think they use their power or their experience or training, whatever, to like rope these kids in? I'm drawing a blank in terms of other religious predators, but if you're watching live, shoot a comment or shoot like a thing, or if you're watching this after, shoot a comment like what predators that were religious you think used that experience and used the way that they communicate in the church, like in these chats and things. I guess that's more or less the question was. Moving on. So she says, "Yeah, I'm not anybody. Let's be nice, be in love with somebody. I don't know. I'm confused." And okay, goes back. You should wait. Sarcastically, the decoy says, "Okay, it's all good. Now you're upset with me. Now he kind of wants to go. Now he wants to guilt her back into talking and being a fantasy world." No, just thinking. About talk to me. You just confused me a little bit. So now she's gonna want to. Now she's gonna want to. She wants like a clear cut answer. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck is your intentions? Excuse my language. I shouldn't clean up these chats. I mean, Jesus, we're talking about perverts. I should talk cleanly. Oh yeah, Josh. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, so Josh Tuttle. I think he was. Yeah, Josh. I don't think he actually did see his pal. I don't think he did. I think it was just like it was a thought that was in his head, but I don't think he actually talked to the. I don't think he actually talked to her. Talked to the pastor. I actually tried to add his sister on Snapchat once. Was not successful though. Unless her bet. Yeah. Well, it's what's funny about Texas, and I wish we had those chats, but I should just do a super cut. Let's just make a super cut of like people bringing up religion, um, as a reason they want to come molest a child. Yeah, like Molester Beck brought his book, and then Kendall was like, the Christian part of me was going to talk him out of it. Talk him out of what? Talk him out of what? That's the funny thing is like they try to use these lines as like things, but still admits guilt. Um, so like we said, like with Christopher Cannon, he's like he was testing it. What were you testing? What was there to test at that point? Um, you have proven everything in the chat. You showed up, and you're acknowledging that there's something going on. So you knew that there was probably you were. I guess like you were you. He, I'm trying to like figure out what he was trying to mean by just testing it. Not like the just lame way of like he just wanted to test it, but like did he expect there to be a 15-year-old girl? I mean, he expected the 15-year-old girl to be there, but like, did he also think there was gonna be cops there that they were gonna let him go? Did he expect there to be the family members? Like, what when he says like test it, it's like what do you actually mean by that? That we should just let you go home? Um, I don't know. It just kind of like it pisses me off when he says that he's above it. Like, oh no, I knew she was 15, but I still talked to her and solicited sex from her. But it was a test. I was just testing it. Such a stupid. It's like, yeah, I have already. Anyways, so let me kind of scroll down a little bit. Yeah, okay, my bad. I can't figure you out. What you think about me? I think you're a sweet young lady. What do you think about me? I think you're a sweet, hot, cool guy. LOL, hot, insecure. Okay, can you call me now? Why would I want to? Why would I want to call you? I'm just a sweet young lady. You're probably gonna lecture me about waiting until I got married. You think I'm a baby, don't you? I promise I won't mention it. My bad. I'm kind of tired and a little crabby. Yeah. All right. Going to bed. Randall, my God, is yeah, Wolford. But see, what's crazy about Wolford is he had like rape convictions and stuff. Like he that guy was crazy. I remember doing. I haven't like recently looked it up, but if you look him up somewhere, I think there's someone on the forum, but whatever. That dude is a huge piece of shit. Like he is a piece of shit. He had like prior charges. I think he got a charge after of like rape or attempted rape. Like that guy was a. I mean, he held it together. He held it together with Chris. You know, but it was the way he brought God into it is so fucking stupid. It was so like out of the blue. Like, well, Chris, either way, God is my Lord and Savior, and that's all I gotta say. Basically, it was like, well, you fucking got me, Chris. You have the chats, you have everything. I think, and he has, you have the dick pics. Like, can't do anything else besides bring the Lord's name into it and hope that works down here in good old Murphy, Texas. So, yeah, fucking piece of shit. That was, I think that was the worst. That was the worst attempt to bring religion into it was him. I think that was the worst one. I think that was the worst because it made no sense. And it was like I think it was at the very end where it was like everything was known about him. Like it was it was all out there. And at that point, like I think he just knew there was nothing else he could say, and Chris was not feeling it. So yeah, that's a great one about religion. But I don't think he was. I think he was a very well off like oil guy. No, I appreciate Shin. I do appreciate that. Watching all that Roush was pretty tough all at once, and actually analyzing it, sitting there editing it was tough. But there's some people that have done a lot more editing on Roush than I have. So, but yeah, it's tough. Um, so what's going on, Wes? How are you? Yeah, what? Yeah, Downhauer was that. Yeah, so yeah, Downhauer was that as well. That's true. He's a bad liar. He told the cops. Wait, Johnny. So Christopher Cannon told the cops that he was there just to use the bathroom after a 2 mile drive or 2 hour drive. Excuse me. Oh yeah, France definitely did too. Yeah, France. Yeah, France. I changed churches and all. Yeah, I love it. So, I'm sorry, sorry, we got off track. Let's see. They're chatting online. You're my little boo. Just say young boo, not little boo, because little can still be used as little pump, little Uzi, all these rapper names that people ask me if I know, and I say I don't know these people. Um, little. I feel like when did the term little become a thing? 2000 ish era. I remember like the first little. Some of the first person had little in their name. I mean, I don't know. So, but she takes that in. Obviously, she loves that. Oh yeah, that's so sweet. That's me. You like that? Yeah, I do. So when will I hear from you again? So he has asked several times to talk to her on the phone, and I think it's a grooming technique as well because he can use his words over the phone to get her connected and groom her because it's a faster way. Whereas with texting and IMing and stuff, is you can respond, you can think about your response before you send it, or lack thereof, thinking about it. But when you're on the phone, you're able to read a person a little bit better because by their responses, how fast they respond, their tone, their reflection, their pauses, and all that things. So it's definitely the next step up. So I think with Christopher, is he is still skeptical. He's sending his feelers out, but he wants to get on the phone a lot more. And that's why you see he had like four conversations. Was it? Wait, let me hold this. Yeah, I know what it is. Um, five conversations. So that's a love that is the again, like some of these guys, they love to groom in that sense of wanting to get the girl on the phone to get them more comfortable because you hear a man's voice and you're like, oh my gosh, he's so hot and romantic. So so that in a sense is his avenue because he's one of those guys that like less talk more, or less chatting, more talking on the phone. Um, so I mean, I guess since there's five calls, I don't know how many calls were made when they were driving, but um, there is that level of wanting to further connect with the girl and not have her have a chance to respond or have her be able to think about it or not respond or whatever through texting. He's able to read her better. Again, that's part of his job. But I don't remember his freaking job. If it was just if it was just jeez, I'm rambling and scrolling. Okay. Um, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, yeah, here we go. So again, just lost my space, but again, it's like he wants to get her on the phone so he can feel her out, and then he can judge if he can groom her better or it's a cop or it's fake. So it's the phone calls are definitely an avenue that predators like to go. Like for example, the father son predator, Mr. Clifford Wallach. There was chat was just oops, excuse me, chat was just so minimal, but it was a phone call. So they had to put an emphasis on that because these guys are a careful and b they time is money to them and they want to get the girl get the kid on the phone, hear the voice, get them comfortable, get them going. Some guys just don't get like that over the texting or IMing. We don't even no one IMs anymore, so it's texting. So now it's like texting. Like we don't IM anymore. It's like now like I call this texting, but it's IMing. But it's like phones back then were like the keypads. Now it's like you have a whole touchpad of like all the letters, but back then you had to go of the same number. God, those were the days. I think most people are probably older than me, so I'm everyone's little Bill. I'm everyone's young little Bill. Parent, I'm assuming. When I talk to them, like, oh, you're so young. So let's see. There was an old comic strip, Little Abner. So I guess that was Little Abner was the first rapper with that name. But you get the added bonus of crooning your own underage love interest. Yeah, I mean it helps. But I don't think anyone was that involved in the phone call as Lauren. So I think people can get Roush and Lauren in these things. They're not even so distant, but they can still get them in here. Yeah, I mean, with that, it's just like I think with the I've listened to some of his calls, like Lord, but I meant to say Christopher's. It was very like laid back, but it was very much like trying to he's very laid back and like chill in his grooming, but you can tell because he thinks he's like Mister. Like I feel like when I look at like Christopher King, I think he's like a wannabe like '90s R&B singer or something. Just very like chill, ladies' man, lover type. So I think that's what he tried to come off as. Um, I could be wrong, but like when I see this picture, when I see this is like a picture from the '90s. Obviously, this is just screams like this screams like Boys in the Hood slash like Boys to Men, New Kids on the Block. Oh, that's the white. Is it the white one? New Kids on the Block. I don't know all names, but it's just like very like '90s. I listen to R&B. That's like my thing with the gold chain, the muscle tee. Yeah, it's that's definitely like I feel like he hasn't grown up. Like he's 32, but he still thinks he's like 22. Um, it's like being on the phone is more like back in the '90s. Like being on the phone was more of a thing, and like texting and shit wasn't. So he wants to be on the phone more. So I think that's. Hold on, I keep losing my. I'm talking and rambling, but yeah, that's. I think that's like that's my interpretation of him. Is he's 32, still trying to be 22, and he's still stuck in like the '90s mode of calling and having that kind of talk. He's not 2006. 2000 and late. That's from a diff song. Let's see. You don't like talking to me? Oh my god, yeah, my parents are home. Da, da, da. So she continually reminds him of parents. So that like she's at least under. She's not at least, but she's underage because she's with her parents that don't allow her to talk to guys. And once you're 18, there's definitely like less of a barrier. There's still gonna be parents that don't allow like 19-year-old talk to 32-year-old men, but get the point I'm saying. Um, excuse me, I do apologize again. Like my sinus, my nostrils are stuffing up. If I invited you over, would they let you go? Oh my god! Oh my god! Obviously. So then there was an indication. So the decoy up to this point was very much trying to let him say things and initiate it, and then this was his initiation. He initiated it. 'Cause up until then, there was never like, "Oh, my parents went out of town," so they're going to Atlantic City. Not a driver at night, but they're going to Atlantic City. I just stopped by and then nervous driver at night. I'm not gay. I'm not religious or anything, but I work at a church. It's funny. It's actually funny. Um, so, would you like to meet? Maybe, maybe. What would you want to do? Anything you like. So, yeah, I love the parents of like leave it ambiguous. They always like leave it ambiguous for like the for for the what you call it, the decoys. Like I don't know anything you want to do. I don't know. Yeah, but again, he knows exactly what he wants to do. But it's funny. I appreciate when these guys say that. Like they innocently want to act like they don't know what they want because they want to hear her say it. And it's such a classic line. It's like I think it's almost like every predator does that. Like most, not every, but I can't say that, but I would say most do say that. Like, what do you want to do? I know what I want to do, but you tell me what you want to do. So let's see. Anything I have to do? That leaves it pretty open. Yeah. Would you like to do that? Do what? LOL. Quit playing, girl. LOL. Oh, you tell me what? That leaves it pretty open. Does he think this is like a sexual innuendo? I guess he thinks it's a sexual innuendo, but I don't really. I guess I can. I guess I see it being a sexual innuendo. Like I can see the reference, but it's like that's definitely like you're definitely like a hornball if that's what you see out of that reference. I mean, there's that's stretching it at that point, especially if you just want to test it. That's all. Just want to test it. This dude lacks common sense, but again, no predator on TCAP. Yeah, exactly. And there's no guy that has common sense or any moral. No guy has any moral beliefs. Apparently, he looks like a black guy who sucks in sports. Very well, he very well could be. I mean, I'm a half black guy that sucks at sports, so I guess that counts for something, right? I'm not good at sports. I'm not. Yeah, I guess when I was younger, when I was TCAP age, I was good, but then I just sucked and sucked. So I suck at sports. I can be competitive. I will give myself that. So yeah, he does. You know, he's starting to allude. He's starting to allude to it here, obviously. Um, no, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. Yeah, I'm not saying yeah. So he's trying to fish as hard as he can. He's fishing because I think he's horny, but b he also wants to like make sure because she's not on the phone. But yeah, you're supposed to take charge, ladies first. You're supposed. I love it. You're supposed to take charge. The guy takes charge, but ladies first. Meet in the middle, equality. Say at the same time. Um, so LM too shy. Call later. So let me know once you're available. Blah blah blah. I get my number. Call. Nope. I just bought that new razor. This is how you know. This is how you know things are dated. When someone says that new razor phone. Oh my goodness. Can you even buy those in? I feel like you can buy them for um, razor. I can't even spell. Um, am I spelling it? Or am I just like being stupid right now? Yeah, I'm being stupid. Okay, that's I don't know why. Because okay, Xavier's name is messing me up because he's spelling it Zavoir on his like Xavier on his thing, then telling her Xavier. It's just like confusing the shit out of me. So you can legitimately buy a razor if you wanted to. Can you? I don't even know. Could you actually even use this? No, this is just. Oh wait, hold on. That's not obviously it. Motorola. Oh yeah, see, yeah, I spelled it right before. Oh jeez. Yeah, I don't even. Can you actually? I don't even know if we could use these things. Oh lord, I had one. Um, they were so not They were so not practical. They were so cool, not really, but like they were so just because they would break so easily and they were fragile. Like I feel like they were like the first very like fragile, cool phone. Those things would break so easily. Man, those things were cool when I was a kid. Um, I was yeah. Johnny, I was thinking the same thing. I was when I saw a razor the corner, I was like, the Braun electric razor. He's I didn't know if it was a razor. What Dustin should have done when he said like I didn't know if it was KY gel or hand moisturizer. He should have just also been like, I didn't know if it was a razor phone or an electric Braun razor. I just picked it up. He should have said that. Black or white, he still dresses athletically but doesn't seem athletic. I don't dress athletic like ever. Once I realized I sucked at sports, I stopped dressing like that. The only time I ever dressed like that was for gym class. But yeah, once I knew I was not athletic after like middle school, I was like, yeah, this is not my thing. I couldn't. I wasn't big enough. So. Oh man, I can't hang on. Hold on. Blah, blah, blah. What's going on? So are you seriously want me come over? What do you want to do? Going back and forth. Do you have a nice swimsuit? See, little risque, little risque, little risque. Lil apparently like Lil Burn, little cutie or little boo, little risque. Sorry, I have a hard time saying little. You get old. I guess I feel like when you grow up and you stop saying lil, you can't say without saying little. So it's a little tough. A little tough. Excuse me. Yeah, jacuzzi. Yeah, I love that. It's really cool. See, oh, so she has a jacuzzi. So does Jim Roush. East side of Cincinnati. Do you have any Do you live in the boonies? Yeah. How close are your neighbors? So you don't think? So now it's like so now that like he's pretty much like yeah again more risk assessment. Now he sees that now he wants to know. Can I figure out if this is a good idea or am I gonna get caught? More of just like can I get caught? Um, so and then this is kind of verification. Um, verification comes to place. Like, so you don't think I'm too young? You were kind of being weird last night. Um, so sorry about that. I'm surprised you want to come over. Me too, but I'm sure it'll be good to meet you. You seem cool. Again, being vague, but we all know his intentions are, but he wants to be vague. So he's a very careful, meticulous, plotting predator. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to be too bored. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to bore you. You just want to you want to bore her. You just want to test her. Apparently. So. Oh, excuse me. Gotta be stuffy. What do you like to do? Whatever. You want to do what you were talking about the other day. So again, he was very vague, and then he says what she was talking about. So again, it's trying to flip the switch, trying to flip it upon the decoy, trying to get her to be the one to say it's on her. Um, and so a lot of these players do that. For prime example, we're talking about tonight, Roush. In when he's talking to the police, he's always like, "Oh, it's she provoked it, she initiated it, she kept saying it. I asked her if she was sure." Blah, blah, it's that like, well, she said it first. Pointing fingers is essentially what this is. This is that kind of defensive. Like, I want to point the finger at her because she was the one who said, "Let's have sex." She brought it up. But again, these uh, these men these men don't understand in the legal system that these people are not adults. No matter what they say, if you believe that they're 15, 13, 12, whatever, they cannot consent no matter what they say, no matter what story, no matter how mature they are, like it's still illegal. And some of these guys just don't get that. Um, so, and then again, they just think it's entrapment. They think it's all entrapment. So, does not make you. This chat does not make you money. It's very just. It's his chat's very plotting and groomy and paranoid. Don't have sex until you're married. Next day, yeah, exactly, exactly. It's very much just like he's trying to use that whole religious thing and that whole like I used to I'm not I guess like the whole religious thing, but he's also trying to be holier than thou. I guess to be a better term. Just to try to like seem like I'm out. I'm looking to be a guardian angel for you, or trust me. I'm looking for your best intentions type of thing, but still have sex with me. Still have sex with me, but just know I'm doing it for, because I like you and want to protect you, whatever. Let's see, I promise road. How much have you done? Blah blah blah. Let's see, get you horny a lot. Will you bring condoms? Yeah, I promise. I know I won't give you one. Oh God. So you bring them. Confirmation. Yeah, I will bring them. Boom. Are you horny? Are you blah blah blah? Does it hurt? So we're just going with all these things. Have you ever played? Does he actually dot these? Like, does he actually put the dots out? I'm assuming that. Oh man, that's crazy. So let me scroll back up. So okay. So right away. So she knows what he wants. So she acknowledges it. Acts like it was, but he acts like he was mad. Well, it's up to you. See, again, put it back on the kid. I hate when they do that. Well, I don't want you to do anything you don't want to. Oh, that's my line. Ha 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 ha. I don't want to do anything you want to do, but I will do whatever you want to do. And then, yeah, exactly. So, what you want to do it? Yeah, do you? Sure. Uh huh. Well, how he says sure, as in like it's a chore, or it's just like because you said so, I'll do it, not because I want to. Um, it's again, he knows he wants to, but saying sure is that like surefire way of like, oh well, you said it first, so. So then we're gonna do all this number. So then again, I'm not gonna sit here and go line for line because we've all been through all these things. So I'm not gonna sit here and yeah, doggy style. That's when you're yep, and then all this great things. So he's already done this. He's show you. You want to cover it too. Blah blah blah. Let's see. Are you there? Sad face. Hey, are you there? LOL. I love that. Do you? What? If there's something missing there. Maybe like something he put up, or not sure. So. Oh man. Hold on one. I'm gonna blow my nose because it's stuffy. Just give me 1 second, guys. I apologize. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if that blowing my nose helped or not, but I hope it did. So, let's see. Let's see. Funny about Roush is that he acknowledges the decoy was Jorge down the hall. George down the hall. And then later he starts arguing that. See, again, like Shin, like that is another huge thing of just like the in and out of Roush and why I think he's intoxicated. Because if he's led and groomed by the police to believe one side of it, then he will. But then he goes back into a trance of she's real. So you suspect he's got it. Yeah, I mean, it's very plausible. Christopher Cannon is that type of person that he is very much so like face value. Like, oh, this is a cool guy. He's just a normal, God loving, God fearing guy and everything. But then he has this disgusting chat with what he thinks is a 15-year-old. Um, so it's all to make the girl believe that's what she wants. I think at the end of the day, for Cannon, is he wants her to believe it's what she wants, not that what he's doing is illegal, what he's doing is immoral. It's just like, well, it's what she wanted. It's what she wanted to do. I didn't never pressured her. I never told her that she needed. I just, I even told her she should wait till she's that went out the window. But again, it's very much that grooming to try to convince the child and try to make the child believe it's what they want, while also absolving the adult and the predator from any kind of guilt in a sense. In their minds, at least. In their minds, they're not guilty. because they push this idea, they push away the legality of it, and then they take in the actual decoy and the mentality and the sexual side, and like, oh, they said it, so yeah, that's that's I mean that's where I think of that's what I think of when people are like, oh, what's going on with Christopher Cannon? So stuff. So going back and forth, kind of going back in car. 2000 Honda Accord, fully black, fully loaded. Funny. What's going on, Frigid? How are you? Yeah. So, are you ready for this weekend? Oh my God, are you? Are you? Can't wait. Ah, look at that. I didn't even. So again, I haven't read this chat. So again, I don't read these chats before. Most of these chats that I read, I haven't read them. So this is like shocking to me. So it's one of those fucking guys. So he's the other type of guy. He's the type of guy that he doesn't start off with this is a setup. Like he does all of his solicitation. He gives the number. He gives his car. He he sets up the sex. He confirms everything. And then he's like, "Oh, this isn't a setup, right?" So I yeah, I just oh man. Oh no, why would I do that? Because I can get in trouble and go to jail for a long, long time. Like when dudes say, I just hit the mic. When dudes say these things, it makes me so mad. Especially in this position because you were sitting here legitimately trying to convince this girl that you care, that you're this lovey-dovey Mister Nice Guy. You talk about not having sex, then you talk about having sex, and you come for, and you eventually come for sex, and then you tell you tell Chris vaguely, and then you tell police, oh, just testing, just testing, just testing. But then when you see these chats, when you say things like, because I can get in trouble, I can go to jail for a long, long time. So you know the legalities of it. But so it's like, why push yourself the entire thing just to say I want to test it? Like, what is the how would you pass the test in his eyes? What would be passing the test? There being a 15-year-old girl, and he says, "Nope, I don't want to do this." 15-year-old girl, yes, let's have sex. Like, what is him passing this so-called test? Which is just I don't get it. I'm trying my best to understand it, but again, this just proves guilt. This proves guilt. This proves that you know what you're doing is completely and legally and morally wrong. Um, and I don't know. He didn't send any dick pics. He didn't. From what I remember, I don't. He didn't. They never covered him sending dick pics. Um, I don't think a lot of guys from Georgia did. I think Cody Green. Was it Myrick or the Tunnels guys sent one? The Hispanic guy, not Resta Cruz, the Raimundo Aguiano, the guy that had seen To Catch. I mean it. I said it for I mean it. Yeah, I think they sent dick pics. I don't know if anyone else that we saw did. So yeah, send me a link. See your pic. Don't remember what I look like. So you want to see another picture? It so just as long as you are the pic, just as long as your pic are on it. Wait. So he wants to make so again. Then can you call me can you call me? Can you call me that? Oh, that's so that to do. Call me that to what? Call me to confirm that you're someone to call. So he wants to make sure. Okay. So he still wants. Yeah. So he's wanting to make sure that she's real, that she's coming, that she's yeah. Again, this is all levels of just like, um, like trying to cover his ass. Excuse me. Because he knows. I think he's starting to feel like something's wrong, something's going on. Um, So it's setting in. I think it's settling in for him. It's all settling in for him at this point. Sorry, I guess again, excuse me, guys. I'm getting stuff here. Oh my god, now, no, Saturday, call me that morning or a few hours before to confirm it when we come by. So he's like, make sure I'm coming over for a nut bust and not just to hang out and be friends. That's what that means. So I come, right? Yeah, for show. Faux show. I have friends say for show. I don't say for show, but I have a couple friends that say for show. Like my West Coast friends say that for show. No one over here says it. So interesting. I don't want you to. I don't want you to do something you don't want to do. Kind of like giving him an out, like, you know. But then he comes back. I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do either. Then we're even. So basically, nothing's changed. We're doing this. So, yelp. Did someone step on your trail? What? Tail? Oh. Huh, what are you gonna wear? I don't know. What do you want me to wear? See, all this is just. It's like at this point, just like cut it off and just go there. But now it's like the sexting that we would say nowadays, but sexy talk. So it's just going. It's going. Uh, let's see. So then they're talking about when I get there, will you give me a two BJ2, or would you just rather FUCK first? So so all of this like talk, and then at the end, promise me that you're not setting me up for the cops. So this is actually a rather interesting point. So when he says this, when he phrases it like that, what I see is that he is pretty much confirming that she's a 15-year-old, that she is the girl, but that she is being like she's under pressure, or she has like she's working with the cops or something, or like her parents have caught her and they're like, oh well, bring him over here so I can beat him up, or I told a detective, like it's like there's like one detective that's like gonna be there that's gonna arrest him. Like one guy's like, hey, let's talk because whatever. Um, so I think that's more like I don't think he thinks it's an entire sting of 20 plus cops. I think he just at the worst in his mind he probably thinks it's just like one cop that's over there just hanging out, and who's watching this or whatever. I mean that's just like a theory that I have. Of course, I don't know for a fact. I can't mentally decipher these men, but that's assumption that I have. When he says like you are not setting me up for the cops, in the sense that like you're not a cop, which is interesting language. The guys say you're not a cop, you're not setting me up for cops. Which indicates more of like that you are more connected and believe that there is a girl, instead of saying you're not a cop, which is like I don't think you're a kid at all. Versus like if you set me up for the cops, it's like you are a kid, but you're talking to me because you wanted me to get arrested because of X, Y, and Z. So, Georgia Jude Singh had different sentences. The smallest sentence was the 4 years for the Jesus. Oh, yeah, I mean, so yeah, Georgia slammed the shite out of these guys. They slammed the shite out of these guys. Really fucking put them to the ringer. I mean, I don't think there's a single guy from Georgia that anyone has talked to. I don't think so. I don't think anyone's really been able to reach these guys. The most that's come out of it is the information about the Jesus Rocks guys' family, how crazy they are. And then there was the one vanity article about the one guy that was like engaged to a woman that had kids, and like this whole ordeal. I guess like just like Google like To Catch a Predator Georgia Vanity.com, whatever. It's just that I don't have a link on me, but I guess I could. I'll do it after. if anyone's still watching. But yeah, so it was yeah. So that was. So I don't think anyone has been able to reach any of those guys because either they were slammed so hard. So like Georgia, yeah, and again, like Georgia has made an example out of those guys. Like they really fucked those guys over. And I don't know if Jesus Rocks boy got a break or he shut his mouth or what, but yeah. Um, so I don't know. Because I watched a show. Oh. See, I didn't even know this stuff. This is what happens. I watched a show where the guys set up with young girls, and the cops were waiting there to arrest the guy to catch a predator. Just seen to catch a predator, but it's like I love when these guys mention to catch a predator, and like they're so vague about it. They're so like vague. It's like, oh, this guy's setting him up, brr, brr. And like, James Klein, he talked to the girl on the phone about it. So just going back and forth. I just feel bad, and I'm scared you'll be gone when I come back. What do you mean when you're gone? Oh, just talking. Do you want to ride me? Perfect. So I hate how he faked the sky. That's that again, Johnny. Like that's one of the biggest reasons why people hate the fuck out of him because of how he acted when he was talking to police. And I mean, I agree with him. It's just like you know, again, he. I don't think these guys realize all of what all the cops know and Chris knows. Like they and I think it's a funnier part of the show is how much these guys don't realize that the police know. And Brett Justice and Chris know. It's just like Christopher Hansen, Chris Hansen, not Cannon, but and just the squirmy lies and the bullshit these guys. I want to see how. Yep. Okay. Yeah. There you go. I mean that. Yeah. So I can just see how much you can handle. Oh boy. So then, yep. See, phone sex. So I feel like Christopher Cannon was a huge phone sexer back in like the '90s. That's probably what his thing was. I mean, I don't think like many people from this is like the one thing I can think of. Um, is Christopher Cannon looks kind of like Cuba Gooding Jr. So I keep thinking of Boys in the Hood, the movie from the early '90s. Like it's a good movie. I think it's a good movie, but it just like Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character reminds me of Christopher Cannon so much. So I'm just sitting there thinking about him in that movie, and like he like it's funny because his character like has like I think they try to have I could be wrong. They have phone sex in the movie, so it's funny when he says this line like "You were done phone sex." I don't know, just a funny thing. Um, I'm surprised people have not. Maybe someone's made a reference to it. But he looks like that light skinness that he had in the picture that he has. He looks like Christopher Cannon. Um, so I mean, he looks like Cuba Gooding. Christopher Cannon looks like Cuba Gooding Jr. Excuse me, sorry. All this, all this nasal congestion has got me loopy. Um, so about phone relations, they do that. Our big day is close, blah, blah, blah. So doing all this. How tall are you? How much do you weigh? Why does she? Oh, so he asked first, and then she's 5'8", 165, so bigger than him. I'm bigger than Xavier. Are you gonna bring a swimsuit? Yeah. What kind of swimsuit will you have? I got a pink two-piece. Yummy. I want to see it. So again, I don't know if he brought them. So this is an interesting point. So this is another indication of like so it's like again bringing things for intent. You're gonna bring a swimsuit. So yeah, I don't know if they ever mention that again. I mean, it's such a minute detail. I wouldn't put on national television. But I don't even know if he brought stuff because I don't think they were. He might have brought condoms because I haven't seen the Georgia sting. I haven't seen like the footage from it for a while. Let's see. Let me see what you guys said. That's got 10 years between 4 to 6 term. Jesus Rocks guy got the least. Oh, okay. Although Cruz, yeah, Cruz got hammered. When Klein went to prison, his daughters were all teens when he came up. So yeah, with Klein, I've tried my best to like find his family, but I there's a couple of clans of Klein. This is so funny. There's a couple of clans of Kleins that I found that were in the Georgia area that could very well be his family, but I was never able to confirm anything. More so because I, I, I know there are some people in the community that will definitely be more proactive and more reach out more. I don't really like to do that as much, just because. But I've been able to narrow it down to a few families. But the thing is, I never really confirmed, so there's never any pictures of him. Um, and every generic white Georgian person looks the same. So yeah, I don't know. I can be completely wrong, but I think I've been able to narrow it down to I've been able to find his family. But again, I don't reach out. I don't reach out to families inside. I leave them out of it. Roush's family. I don't deal with them. I don't like reach out to them or anything. I don't do that stuff. Not saying. I mean, like it's not like I'm sitting here judging people for doing it. Like to each their own. But just like my personal, I don't do it. Anyways, see, can I ask you a personal question? That sounds. The first person that I read this line right here, and all I can think of is Dustin. So let me shut you down there. Like I don't know why I literally have no idea. I will never understand why dudes. I don't know why they asked it. I do not know why they asked this question. It's just like why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Um, no, Joe, it's Falls Church. Well, so I mean, hey, Joey. I mean, Joey's channel, TCAP channel. I might be this weekend if it's not too messy in terms of the weather out here. Yeah, I will I'll deliver something. Nothing. I mean, nothing as eventful as what Joey can deliver, but obviously something, just a little something. But yeah, yeah, 5 star. Yeah. So again, I don't know. Yeah, again, like his family, I've been able to find some people that would be his family potentially, but I haven't been able to pin them down. So, sure, that's funny. It's Falls Church. Um. Oh yeah. So yeah. Again, it's all this creepy. Yeah. It's all because I wanted to. Yeah. It's all this stuff. So he does all these things, and at this point, like he's done enough. Like I don't know, like what has had the decoy said that has made him feel like it's going to be a child instead of a cop. Um, when he asks those questions of, "Oh, you're not trying to set me up. I've seen it." Like, so he's already seen the show. He's seen the show, but he's still in his realm of, it's not. She's not a cop. She's not setting me up. I'll ask her all these disgusting questions. Yeah, pizza man. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible. I know where again. I think we talked about this before, but yeah, I know where he's at. I've and I forgot who was on the forum. I think I knew who was on the forum, but I'm not gonna say names. But who said they saw him, and took a picture of him. So yeah, like, again, like Canelli, I think is a very skittish person. So I don't think he's. You have to have a very like. I think with him, I'll just like aside with Canelli, you'd have to have a very detailed and legitimate approach because I think and the sight of any kind of like bullshit or any like red flags, I think he just shuts down because I'm assuming knowing the area, the DC area, like there's people who fucked with him very hard. Um, so it could be different now. I don't. I mean, it could have died down. So I don't know. So at this point, at this point, he's already pretty much um, everything's pretty much set up. At this point, it's all just small talk. I can be there 5. I'm not sure how long the drive is. I don't know. Where do you live? So address. Wait, you want the Addy in Google to see it or map? Sure. Give me a sec. Hey. Oh, he sent his address. There you go. Stupid. So he typed in. So he map quested. Googled or map quest the decoy's address, and then put his address in. So then the link, it had his address, and then he sent it to her. Oh Jesus, this guy. Oh, yeah, 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Forgot when we used it earlier. It was 2 hours. So he has all these. It's insane. Another one of these guys. They have this long drive for what they think is a setup. So again, I can only imagine this being used him and against in court. It's like you drove 2 hours. You had suspicion of that there not being a 15-year-old. You've seen a show. You asked about her being a police or setting her up, setting you up. Still drive 2 hours, um, which is not a short amount of time at all. 2 hours. Well, I guess it depends for some people. He might. I guess some people do drive a lot, so 2 hours to them is hop, skip, and a jump. Other people, that's like the end of the world. So I guess when you drive enough, you get used to it. So I would say I'm used to 2 hours is not that big of a deal. Let's see. So they're doing that. Da, da, da. Ooh, wow! I did not know he said this. Can I bring my cam? You have a pic that shows your butt. No, sorry. Can I bring a cam and take some? There you go. So not all of that. He wants to produce. I don't know the exact law in Georgia, but essentially CP. Um, I don't know legalities in Georgia, but he wants to basically make CP. He wants to go over there, take pictures of the girl, and have them. Um, so yeah, you can't make that up, can you? So that's what he wants to do. He wants to come over and have sex and take pictures. Um, what my is it? I need some pics. Is it Dig? What my digital camera? No, it's a little Kodak disposable. Oh Lord. When people do these things, they realize that they have to see them. When you go to the stores, people see these pictures. They have to develop them. I don't know. Unless this guy has. I mean, I don't know if he has a. I don't know if within the church there's a place for him to do this himself, dispose of pictures. But yeah, people see these. I had a friend who had like a 30 millimeter camera, something. He took pictures of girls, but not underage, but of age women that he was with, and he forgot to actually have the film in it. But he went to go take it to the store, and like, yeah, there's no film in here. He's like, God damn it. But then when he was describing the pictures, I said, well, how you want these people to see these pictures that you took of these girls that you date, and like, I don't know, it was weird. But yeah, I'll be a hipster. Again, so this is again, this is another level of being a predator. Is like, not only do you want to like groom this girl as someone who works in a church, You're also admitting you know what you're doing is wrong. You're also admitting you've seen a show. You're also asking about being a cop. You're getting her to tell you want to be on the phone with her. Now you want to take pictures. Now you want pictures of her. You want illegal pictures. I'm assuming illegal pictures. I'm not going to Google it on my on my computer because you don't know. You never know what Google thinks. Alex Jones tinfoil hat conspiracy theories. But you just never know. I know that's not what I do. But again, regardless of that, so it's what you all this is all is illegal. So you're just adding on your level of disgust, your level of being a predator, a pedophile, all these things. So I'm sounding so stuffy, but it's I didn't even know he said. I did not know he said. I'm surprised they didn't. There was ever a clip added of that into the interrogation that he had. I guess they only had a short amount of time, but no, I think Chris would definitely would ask him. But I feel like Chris definitely had that question for him. Like you asked, you wanted pictures. Like what is that about? So let's see. All right, down no time. So he gives his number again. Oh, I need to tell you when to turn. Blah blah blah. See you later. Hi. They're just talking. Excuse me. I said you wouldn't have said you might come today instead of Saturday. So I just see you said, okay, I'll come today. Are you sure? Only if you want me to. OMG, yes, don't you? Yeah. What time you can be here? I need to get directions. Yada yada yada. Can I call you? Keep calling. Keep calling. Keep calling. See, I need to get in the shower. Just nervous. It's okay. You don't like me. Yeah. What are you nervous about? I love when some of these chats. They always like end. They always like end with like the decoy, just like. Were you nervous about? I like you and you like me. Are you there? I'm gonna get in the shower. I guess let me know if you're coming or not. Didn't. So they keep going on, but then I guess they have a final conversation that leads to his arrest. Obviously, Mr. Christopher Cannon, aka Cuba Gooding Jr. from Boys in the Hood. I That's all I can see from this picture. I mean, if you guys have never seen the movie or know what I'm talking about, please look up Boys in the Hood, Cuba Gooding Jr. and you will just that's yeah. I I can't say it anymore. Uh, I used to be nervous enough just driving around town. The blind date with an adult. I can only imagine the 2 hours on a blind date. Oh my god, I'm well. Obviously, I'm Mike Pence. I don't do anything, but yeah, I'd be nervous too. I would literally be nervous. It's just like some people are just weird. People are just weird in this world. So I agree with you, Shin. I totally misunderstood the title. Oh, yeah. I should say yeah. That's my fault. I'm gonna change it once I'm done because I can't change the title once it goes live. I meant to spend Georgia, not Georgian Predator. So yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I should have said Georgia instead of Georgian. I mean, I could have put the title as like Happy African American Month. We're gonna do a black predator that wanted to have sex with a kid. I'd figure that wouldn't be a good idea. Nor would I want to do that. I bet he's playing Boys to Men. Yeah, he probably was. Boys to Men. Yeah, he probably listened to all those like. Oh my god! Like all the like, I can hear the songs in my head. I just don't remember the group names and stuff. But I remember listening to like '90s R&B a lot when I was a kid. Like stuff was pretty good. When you have a dad that listens to that shit all the time. My dad was a huge Marvin Gaye person. They listen to that a lot. But let's see. I understand how they can overcome the fear such as graceful unknown. Well, see, and that's what I'm saying is like, especially when you know the things like when you know all these things and you sit there and you type out all your fears, all of your like doubts, all those things. When you type all those things out, like you know what you're doing is so wrong, and you have so many doubts, and yet you still hang out, and you still show up to hang out and have sex. um, which is just it's so bizarre to me. It's just so bizarre. So I just don't get it. I really don't get it with these guys. I just don't get it. Um, and especially with someone that has that uh, connection to the community. So can we watch the 3 minute? Yeah, I mean that's fine. It's not going to be good quality, but yeah, we can watch it. I don't really care. So the price to pay for not knowing what women aren't animals is 10 years in prison with a minimum 5 years to serve. Hopefully, he learns how to take orders like a dog and how to sit and stand when he's told that, whoa, this is a little much. How to. Oh, wait, does he. You gonna. Oh, because. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see this line. That's when I bend you over like a dog and I go from. Oh, okay. Okay, now I get the reference. At first, when I didn't see that line, so I was like, well, that's a little extreme, but after he's out of jail, he'll have a doggone good time, 10 years probation, lifetime RSO. Hope that'll dog him for the rest of his life. Yes, we can hear you the groan through the monitor at that line. Excuse me. Apparently, he left right after the phone call with the verifier message showed up as idle on Yahoo's Messenger. He ended up showing, surprising us, showing up, telling Chris that he knew what this was and just testing it. Well, it seemed he passed and failed the test. When I found out he was a youth minister, there you go. He was a youth minister. I was even more sickened, and when I say sickened, I mean quite literally. I was undergoing chemotherapy for breast cancer at the time, but I couldn't put this man aside for that. But as sick as I felt physically, he was far sicker in every other way. Wow, that is a lot. Wow, Jesus. That woman or man, I'm assuming it's going to be a woman. That is quite a ballsy woman. I have to give my huge respect to Chandra Chai. That is wow. When that hits home for me personally. That hits home very personal way. So wow, geez, that is that's that's definitely not something. Yeah, when you're talking to Chris Cannon and dealing with chemo for breast cancer at the same time, you deserve a medal for that. That is very yeah, that's something else. So a big thank you to GA law enforcement and the whole criminal justice system right there. Yeah, yep, that's wow. So that is Christopher Cannon. Let's do a little Googler goggle search on Mr. Cannon. So we know he went by Christopher. There you go. Songs I remember, his Cranston did songs. I remember. Let's see, is he still down there? Is he still down in Lawrenceville, Virginia, Georgia. Lawrenceville, Georgia. At 5'6", 160. That's not a decent attempted child molestation. He's in Lawrenceville. That is a nice house that he's in. That does not look like not a good house. Huh. Let's watch this video. We'll just watch this video so I can decompress from. Man, let's see. Mary, let's. I guess we'll do this one. God told him to check it out. Yeah, I guess. Who put a dislike on this? Oh, someone already disliked the video. Honestly, some just I don't know. People do. Some people just are critical of like of my videos. I don't really care. That's fine. Sometimes I do deserve criticism. I always love criticism, so I don't really care. 11.
Say what? Well, I'm just gonna put this in the wash real quick. But I made some sweet tea if you want some.
I'm sure it's good.
It is good.
I'll wait.
Well, it's just gonna take a minute. Go on in.
Turn my car off.
Huh?
Turn my car off. Turn my car off.
Oh, okay.
We think he left his car running. He's going back to turn it off, and he's going to come in. That's what
Tricky
Christopher
boy.
Cannon doesn't hang out for very long. When someone comes in and immediately asks to use the restroom, it creates a problem for us. I mean, you'd like to say, yeah, sure, but once that happens, you lose control of the situation, and you don't know what he's doing in the restroom. You have no way of finding out, and so it's trouble for us.
Can I use your restroom?
Why don't you have a seat with him?
Yeah, I know what this is.
No, please, I need you.
Yeah, I know what this was. I just wanted to test it. That's all.
Okay, no, sir.
Thanks. I knew what it was. What are you going to watch? Nothing.
Please! No! Get down! Get down! Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
Okay, no. I was good. I just stayed by it. Just working.
Christopher Cannon didn't stay for very long. He got scared and bolted. You would think the more investigations you do, the more people would know what's going on and the more people would flee. But actually, it's been the opposite. The more we do it, the fewer guys flee. And I'm not sure whether that's because they know that law enforcement is doing a parallel investigation and they're going to get arrested, so they're not in a big rush to run out there, or whether in some cases they want to just get this off their chest. Just because Cannon didn't stick around and talk to me didn't mean he was out of trouble. Obviously, he was arrested by the police and did
Condoms.
the police later, and that we had access to that.
What we've got here, basically, you've been caught in a sting operation. Of course, that's why you're in
I
handcuffs.
seen it on TV.
Who were you coming to meet?
Whoever.
What was her name?
I can't. I'm so.
But you drove 115 miles.
I know. I kept saying to myself, why am I coming over here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Turn around.
And how old are you?
33.
33. So you're twice her age.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing it. I swear. I wasn't going to do anything. She kept talking about this swimming pool and chat back with me, getting flirtation with me.
Why would you even have a sexual conversation with a 15-year-old?
I really tried to avoid her when I first met her. Every time I get online, she initiated the conversation, maybe, flirt a little bit. But
And you said you didn't initiate the conversation, but actually you did. She never talked to you. You said, hello, Natalie, because you saw her in the chat room.
yeah,
And how are you doing today?
I did initiate. Yeah, just chatting.
And you asked her if she's horny now, and then you asked her if she's wet now. Why would you care if a 15-year-old is wet?
Stupidity, man. I mean, I don't know why. It's just
When you tell her you'll be gentle, what are you referring to when you're talking about being gentle?
just being with her. Nothing sexually touching her and all that.
Chris, we've been doing this too long.
Yeah, just.
I understand. Y'all go
I
places.
just saw you do the sign of the cross. So I know you're
Uh,
probably a religious
I'm
man,
about to.
and you would probably feel better if you
If it never happened.
never happened.
It's funny. When I saw this on Dateline a few months ago or whatever.
You show up in the middle of it.
Yes, I'm like, that is so sick.
Maybe you need some help. Maybe you need some help.
I'm saying it's just. I guess I was forward. I'm a director at my church. Can't believe this. But it's going like a record or anything.
Yes, sir, you're being charged.
You possibly need to get enrolled in some counseling for maybe you have an addiction with the internet and don't realize it.
Not the internet.
We live by it today. But I think you have a serious problem you need to get some help with, not at your church, but somebody that's professionally trained to treat this.
Mm-hmm.
Here you have a guy who's a youth.
Oh, man. So, really, I've never seriously watched that before. very similar tactics from Georgia police in terms of how they interview. So how you could say to bring back to Roush, but they have the one cop sitting there doing paperwork, taking notes. Um, two people are able to corroborate body language, how they answer questions and things. It's a very interesting and very effective way of seeing how these guys respond, and seeing all the in other interrogations and things of other predators, do it raw. It's very easy to tell from that little snippet of the body language of Christopher Cannon of just how much he's squirming, how much he's uncomfortable, and he's in chains too. Um, so I guess that's how they did there, and he's also in ankle chains as well. So seeing how they did that was interesting. But he was very uncomfortable. You could tell he was very uncomfortable. He kept switching his hands, kept scratching his face, and he was very fast to respond to the police. When the female officer had first said, "I saw you do the cross," and then she was trying to say you'd feel a lot better if you were honest and being faithful to your faith, your religion, faith, whatever, and be truthful and not lie. But he cut her off essentially and said not to be there, not to be there. Which again is another indication of guilt, another indication of like what you're there for. You were upset you got caught. You're at the end of the day, you're upset you got caught. So he's one of the guys I love to see the entire interview with, because I guarantee that's such juicy material, not just to sit there and make memes about, but sorry, I'm lighting a candle. But not also just to make memes about, but also like analyze as a person. So you can sit there and read his chat, see his body language when he leaves the house, and then also like watch him, squirm with the police and see like how he responds and how they respond effectively to him. I think it'd be great material. I think Georgia definitely, Georgia, New Jersey. But I guess when you're deprived of that, you want it more. So let's see. Let me catch up with you guys. Where Jesus had him get used to the cuffs for sure. He's literally giving the same advice to Chris, counseling to get off. Yeah, get out. Yeah, counseling. It's all just like counseling, and it's just always counseling. Um, and I think when like because the male cop uses that as like a way to try to get in. I think it's a way to get in. Um, and he also uses like don't use your church, don't use your church. So it's more like push away the church aspect and be more open. Because maybe if you talk to me, as like I think the male cop's like is if you talk to me and you go forth, like I can help you, just talk to me. So it's like open up to him. So I think it's great. It's a lot of great police work, um, in that sense that he's trying to again manipulate. I guess it is manipulation, but again, it's just like Christopher trying to manipulate them at the same time. Well, I'm not that bad of a guy. I'm so, it's just so sick. Why did I do this? And they're like, hey, talk to us about it. Talk to us about it. So it's very much trying to come to a middle ground. They're trying to meet each other in the middle, I guess you could say. Like when the way the cop told him to get mental help for a professional yeah, exactly. Yeah, Georgia had nothing on that. Yeah, the cop got a corner in. Yeah, just the corner in to let loose, and maybe it worked. I mean, I can't. We don't see it, but it could have worked. I think it did. I feel like it probably did. Um, so yeah, I just like I think it probably did. I think it worked. Excuse me. So let's try to find some stuff on him real quick, and then I will be signing off and going to sleep. I have to work in the morning unless the government closes down. So right now he currently is in Lawrenceville, Lawrenceville, Georgia. Let's see. That looks like a nice sized house. You should do a live cast with your new Roush work. What do you mean? Like sit there and edit or like do a okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Like do a video where I sit there and analyze my own video. 30 minutes of Roush I did. Yeah, I could. I mean, I'm still writing the script for my other one, so that's been taking up some time. And it's just other things been going on in my life that I can't really control. So I haven't really been able to focus the way I want to. So again, I used to do video editing and make stuff back in the day, but I stopped doing it. So when I get in modes, I guess moods and modes, but I can write about bunch of stuff. But recently I just been kind of writer's block. So which one is it? So it's this one. So he lives in this. That is a nice size house. It looks like it might be some of those houses look like this might be a retirement area though. But then again, most short houses in Georgia are like this, but I mean a lot of those houses are very much so older. So let's go to realtor. Four beds, 3 baths. I mean, oh my good lord, that's crazy. That is insane. So I mean, the value's gone up though. So the value's on it. So I don't know. This is obviously all a bunch of minute details that probably don't care about. Georgian Hills. Wait a second. Hold on. Excuse me again. I just saw children when I went there. My mouse is loud. What did I just say about? Oh no, I guess I went away. Another thing I said, like, about the children. So he is east side of Lawrenceville, which is. So he moved because he was like, yeah. So he moved from like right here to up here, farther away from the city. But he moved to Lawrenceburg, which is like a smaller actual city of DC. So he's not that far away. So okay, well he's a nice little suburb. It would be hilarious. You would not be able to get exactly because it became 30 minutes. Like it took me most of the week to do that entire Roush thing. So it was very hard to watch that entire thing. I guess I could try to do it. Well, I'm saying like all about the children's right here, but then it goes away. So I don't know. Looks more like a sting. Yeah, it does look like a sting house. Well, it's crazy because like the California houses were very suburban. Ohio was not as much. Florida was. Well, like Fort Myers was. Flagler wasn't as much because of beach house. Ohio wasn't. Jersey wasn't. Texas was. So some of the houses here, it's like, yeah, these are like in the middle of nowhere. Other houses are like, hey, next door neighbor, I'm capturing predators next door. See you at the Christmas party. So let me see if I can. I'm trying to find like if he owns it. I don't know if he owns the house or family or something. I'm trying to see if they'll give you an owner. sold so the house was sold less than 3 years ago. Maybe it was a rental. Maybe they're renting it out potentially. Ooh, yeah, it actually might be a rental. Might be a rental. Because Zillow has it, and Zillow usually has rentals. If it wants to load. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. This property not for sale. Description only be phrase. A 50-year-old woman looking for 2 older female roommates to share my home with. It's a cul-de-sac, hardwood floors, new list, lighting and main. So, but this is older, so they probably sold the house. Struggling for roommates, they couldn't find them, and then they sold the house to somebody. So it might be a rental. He might rent a bedroom or something in the house. So, but again, we'll talk with the house. We'll just look at him now because I feel like I don't want people to like get bored. It's like, look at the house that he's living in. Let's see. Okay. Now let's go back. Yeah, we'll go back. We don't have to go through that. Oh man, it's almost 10. East Coast. Let's see. So that's his recent pick. It's a generic black male. I don't really. That's probably him. A few days after, a day or two after, because he can sit. His hair grew a little bit. Oh Jesus, that's a fucking nut job that killed the police officers in Texas. I saw here. Hold on. Oh, so he had glass. Oh wow. He had glasses, and yeah. Jeez. So he wore glasses, and then there you go. Like just like it, like now I don't see the Cuba Gooding Jr. anymore, but like I used to see it. But yeah, I can. He's just another inmate. Mr. Christopher Xavier Cannon. We're going to throw in some Walter Babs. So let's just pop in Predator. Maybe him and Klein were cellmates. I mean, hey, what's funny? Like Klein and Christopher could have been cellmates because Klein was looking for a black girl, so maybe he got a different alternative in prison. Ooh, so that's supposed to be a joke, a racial joke about. Yeah, this is how. This is what happens. Don't tell good jokes. I can't deliver them over the microphone. He seems so Klein and Christopher. I don't know. That'd be kind of weird. Like I feel like I could honestly see James Klein still being a racist. Like, is was Thomas Jefferson like he owned? Didn't he? I don't. Again, I could be wrong, so please correct me. Didn't he own slaves, but still had like side hose that were black on the side, like slave hose on the side? I feel like he did. One of them did, out of curiosity, because they wanted that. Yeah, I don't know. So okay, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if we can find anything. So he doesn't really go by. He just goes by Zavior. Risk level he's one, so he's a lower tier. 473. If I was registry page. Okay, well that's. So he lives in this house. Regardless of what he lives in this house, so we know that for a fact. Bronco, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What am I talking about? I'm not trying. I'm like half trying to like research this and like half trying to talk. So I'm My brain's scrambled right now a little bit. Trying to go back and forth. Oh, there you go. Is that like a Bluetooth piece right there? I wish like they would have the jobs that they do, so you know where to see them. Because again, like these guys, as much as they can go to jail and be reformed, they can still slip back into it. I mean, I it's again like do we consider these guys like you give these guys the benefit of the doubt of the fact that they're reformed, or they've changed, or they always gonna be these monsters? Because some of these guys can reform, sure. Other guys, they're going to always be these monsters. So when they're pushed against the wall and they don't have a choice, they're gonna go back to the ways of being a predator. So it's how do you tell? Let's see, I'll put in Georgia. So that client. Oh, is my volume too loud? Let me know if my volume's too loud. I can't tell. So. Something about Klein and slaves. No, I'm saying Klein. No, I feel like Klein can still be a racist, but like he has that like little fetish or that little curiosity to be with a black girl. It's not uncommon for like white guys to like portray themselves as these racist dickhead assholes, or just like elitists that love white women, but they're curious. Their curiosity is the best of them. And like so this is a side story. Um, for the 9 people watching. But I knew girls in college that. So I was in a fraternity. So again, I'm an alumni of where Jim Roush was a teacher. But I was a frat boy. But I knew black girls that would infiltrate these white fraternities, and they were racist. I will say that. I will admit that they were pretty racist. There's some very racist men in those fraternities. Um, but they would give these guys, and they would love it because they would prey off that curiosity, because these guys are because the ignorance that there was. So there is that ignorance level of men or women and people in general, but of being with like a different race or being with a different culture or whatever. There's always that ignorance, like you don't like them, but you also like want to experience them just to see. So yeah, neither here nor there. So yeah, again, like there's not a lot of on these guys. They're very much zip tight. Sally Hemings. Okay, there you go. What makes you think he's a racist, though? Klein? No, I don't have a reason to think he's a racist. I don't have a reason to think, but it's just I don't think he's. I don't have an actual proof that he's a racist. I'm just saying, like, it's more typical down there. I mean, I don't know if where you're from, Mister Bronco, but I have family from down there. Like, I have a lot of family from down south, and it's like it's very much more prevalent, but it's accepted and like understood more so. It's very much like down south more so. There's a lot more. It's a lot more territorial, and it's like where you're allowed to go and not allowed to go. So, and look, they frown upon for like people from not from their towns. So it's more of like the southern way. It's just a different culture down there. So, um, yeah. Anyways, let's see if we can find something on this man. You ever taught? No, no. Yeah, I was there after he was gone. Let's see if there's a. So some of these articles they have about predators, they actually have their jobs. They actually have like their locations, like job, actual like specific jobs, Excuse me. Let's see. Okay, I forgot. It's one of those local news sites that gets pissy with this. Come on. Is this even? No, this isn't even the right one. We might not have anything on these guys. Let's see. How is there nothing on this guy? It's I mean, that's insane. They're like that. It's crazy that what's it called? Georgia slammed these guys so hard they were able to keep them more so private, or at least him private. The opportunity must be in the ultimate. No, he came after. He came after me. So wait, hold on. Ooh, probably gonna be it's gonna be delay. Oh my fucking Christ! Oh, to go to work. No, never mind. Sorry, I update from work. I have to go. Oh. I'm so irritated. Anyways, let's see. Let's see if we can get something. Maybe we can get something out of this guy. Maybe this. No, it's just a fucking thing. There's really nothing about this guy. Well, I'll take out Xavier. How about that? Let's see if we can take out Xavier. Okay, we'll just do that because maybe I was being a little specific. Specifically. Specifically. See, well, his name's because the thing is, his name's Chris, so he might. Man. Okay, so yeah, it's just we're not gonna get a lot of stuff out of this guy. So, you think Roush worked out at the campus every morning, like you said? I don't think so. No, he probably worked out once in a while. He probably did. He probably worked out like once in a while, like once in a blue moon. It's a good gym, but like what happens so I used to live in the same dorm. So I lived in like the same dorm like where the gym that Roush worked in because it was all connected because it was like the football dorm. The football players lived. But I used to just go there all the time because I would just walk downstairs. So me and my roommate just go and work out there, whatever. But yeah, you have as a faculty member, you have to pay. So I doubt it. It's a pay for parking and pay for the rec center. So I mean, I doubt he would go that much, to be honest. To be perfectly honest. What's going on, Cash? Yeah, you missed it. Yeah, this is almost done. So I'm sorry, Mr. Cash Money. So yeah, it's really weird. There was more earlier. Okay, let's just do Georgia. Let's do Xavier. Let's do. Wow. Let's see. Like proceed to tip that officer Chris Cannon. Well, he's not an officer. So wow, there's really not a lot on this guy. That's crazy. I guess. So I guess like certain departments and bureaus, whatever, they had more of a open stance on like these guys, whereas others were just like, no, we'll protect them. We'll protect them from weirdos like us. Because let me just do this one real quick. So, so huh. So nothing. That's crazy. Huh. Ooh. Instant checkmate usually works sometimes. Wait. Oh, it's gonna be some. It's not gonna. It's open report and see what happens. No, okay. No, it's just no. It's not gonna work. So, I just Georgia. Let's see. I just like I feel like there just needs to be something about it. Like it can't just be nothing. There has to be some. There has to be some reason why there's like nothing about these people anymore. Because Arcana was critically injured when he was thrown from wanted me. I don't think it's him though. Tallahassee man struck by a dial ride in the city of Tallahassee. What? No. Tallahassee. It's fucking Florida. Well, let's see. Okay, so nope. All presumed innocent until okay, whatever. Just again, nothing. Oh man. Recent arrests, booking date. He was arrested in or no, he got 5 years, 6 months for oh my goodness. Alright, well there's I guess there's like not a lot we can find on this guy. So I guess I could I remember like looking this up before and he was like there's a lot more about him, but I cannot pin it down. Ross shows me the type of guy who would always try to strike up conversations on random topics with people working out. I feel like he would. Well, I think he'd be the guy that'd be like, "Oh, back when I was your age, I would have smoked you. I would have done more. I would have lifted more. This is what a guy looks like." I want to be so like sticed. Yeah, probably not, Mr. Cash Money. Come on, Mike. You should have not been using Megan's Law as a dating site. I don't use any dating sites because I am a pure Christian, generic, half white male who saving himself to marriage. So that is what I do. So yeah, I guess there's really not a lot on this guy. There's really not a lot on Mr. Zavior Cannon Christopher. It's strange. I thought there'd be more, but I guess he was able to keep clean unless I'm just being crazy. So yeah, he had 5 conversations on the phone. So he's more visible on here. So let's just listen. I'm gonna listen to conversations.
Hey, is this Xavier?
What's up, girl?
Mother, you know, like when I called earlier, I got your voicemail and it said you were Chris. Is that your real name?
Yeah, Chris is my first name. Xavier's my middle name.
Cool.
So how you doing?
Good. I was hoping that, like, I got the right number because Chris is so different than Xavier.
Yeah,
So
you got the right number. Chris is just my name I use like for like business or for people. But Xavier's my middle name, so you got the right number.
Cool.
So what you doing? What's going on? You've only been here for a month.
Yeah, not very long.
You know your way around pretty good?
Not really. I mean, not like really good. You know, you still gotta get used to the new place and stuff because it's different than St. Louis.
Have you met any friends since you've been here? Any cool? None?
Well, I mean, not a lot. But, I mean, it's okay. You know, school starts and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
There'll be a lot more people around and all that.
When
What
is
are you doing today?
What you saying?
What are you doing today?
Nothing, just relaxing, chilling. That's why I was trying to see what you're doing. Yeah, I don't know how to get to you. Well, I was going to see if you want to hang out or whatever, but you stay way out in Columbia.
Ooh, let's hang out.
Yeah, Columbus.
Oh, okay. Well, you probably wouldn't even know how to get me there. Everything's so new to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just at home. I stay by myself. Got a nice condo and everything's good.
Cool,
And,
that sounds awesome.
I'm a neat freak, so everything's like clean and everything in place. So, so if you ever come over, you'd be like, oh yeah, very nice place.
If you came over,
I bet. That would be cool to hang out.
I guess some time. I guess.
Yeah.
So what do you like to do? Tell me about you.
I don't know. I like to shop and hang out with cool people and stuff like that.
Well, I'm definitely cool.
What do you do?
I don't know. I pretty much, just hang out with like my friends or, hang out at home, go play basketball, stuff like that. Nothing major.
Are you good at basketball?
Huh?
Are you good at basketball?
No, I play it. I've been to a few basketball games here, but I like to play and shoot basketball.
Shoot by himself. To play against kids.
Can you play? Hello?
Hey, Xavier.
Hey, you.
Hey, what's up?
What you up to, girl?
Not much. What are you doing?
Nothing. On my computer trying to do some work. And I said, oh, let me see what Nat's doing.
So, like, what kind of work and stuff are you doing right now?
Nothing now. I was just doing some video editing earlier, but I'm done.
Oh, okay. I thought that you were working now or something.
No. I was keeping my eye on you. You were there chatting with your friend, your girl. Is one of your old friends or so?
Are you jealous that I'm, like, talking to people?
No.
Whatever.
Nah, I wouldn't do that to you. You cool, peeps.
So, I don't know. What are you doing? Like, do you have any, like, plans tonight or tomorrow or something?
No, I'm just at home right now, just eating some Iggy's cookies and creams ice cream.
Cookies and cream, Ben & Jerry's Funky Monkey.
Oh, you like cookies and cream?
Who doesn't like ice cream, man?
Sure. Come on.
You have to, like, bring me some or something.
I'll feed it to you. I got some left. I'll share.
that's good because I love ice cream.
What's your favorite?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I like chocolate and stuff like that. But that cookie dough kind is really good.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Cookie dough. Ooh.
Dude,
That's the
that's
bomb.
not bad. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
awesome. It's like one of the best ice creams ever.
I know, right?
Yeah, you know, like you can eat the cookie dough alone.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had like some of it frozen alone, like the kind that you keep in your fridge and then you just pop out like little squares or whatever and cook them?
Oh,
They're real
yeah.
big, and you can eat them like that, or you can like put them in the freezer for a little bit and it tastes almost just like the ice cream.
I know. It's very rare that I did. I think I did it maybe once or twice.
Oh, you should do it like more. It's really good, or you should just make me some.
Do you got some? Some now? Cookie dough?
I don't think so.
Well, anyway, so your parents are going out of town next week, huh?
Yeah.
You not going with them?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. You just go home, stay home and chill?
Yeah, probably hang out or something, you know.
Mm-hmm. So have you got some friends here yet?
Not, you know, besides you. They're going to Atlantic City. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you said they're going to Atlantic City. How long are they going to be gone?
I think like, wow, kind of like a couple of days or something. I need to make sure like when they're leaving and stuff. Yeah, I think they're staying like the whole weekend, like Friday through like Monday or in the morning sometime. I have to like make sure. I don't really know like when their flights go out or anything, or when they're leaving or whatever.
So what you going to do? What are you going to do?
What am I gonna do? I don't know. Probably sit here and be bored.
I can't let you stay there and be bored.
Why? Are you gonna come over or something?
If you want me to.
Really?
Yeah, seriously.
Wow. Okay, that would be cool.
Where you live?
Are you there? Your phone's like breaking up.
No, I'm sorry. Where are you living in? Where are you living in? Hello?
Hey, Saber, what's up?
You go?
Huh?
You are?
Yeah, it's just that your phone cut out. Did you not hear me say that your phone was like being screwy?
Yes.
Yes.
It wasn't my phone, girl. It was your phone.
Oh no.
Was it a cell phone?
What? It's like the family sale.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to use.
Maybe it's like running out of battery or something.
You think that's what it is?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I just know that it like, you know, cut out or something. I mean, it's like I could hear you and then all of a sudden I couldn't hear you and then there you were again and then it cut out again. It was just being weird.
Well, I'm sorry that it happened.
You sound like a corporate or something.
I'm sorry.
Corporate fucking predator. Corporate fucking predator.
So it's. So anyway, what are we talking about?
You coming to see me this weekend?
Yeah, what day do you want me to come on?
I don't care. When can you? Like, are you busy? Do you have plans or something?
No, not at all.
Okay, so you don't have to like, you know, like do anything. All right. Well, I don't know. Do you want to come Friday or Saturday or what?
Yeah, Saturday would be good. Saturday
Okay.
good.
Do you want to come in like the afternoon or you want to come at night or what?
I guess afternoon would be good.
Okay, so, I don't know, like, early, like 3 or 2 or something, or do you want to come at like 5?
2 be good. 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Sweet.
Well,
You give good directions?
yeah, I give good directions. What I'm gonna do, I can like Google it or do like the map quest thing, and then give like really good directions. That way you won't get lost.
Oh, okay, that sounds better.
But I don't want to use up all these minutes, so I guess I'll meet you back online, and maybe I can call you again like later.
Okay. Would it help if I call you, or would it still use the minutes? Either way.
Well, the phone has caller ID, so.
Oh, okay.
So your digits on here, because it's not this guy, you know. So.
Okay.
But I guess I'll talk to you online in a minute, okay?
Okay, I'm online.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye. Hello?
Hey, Xavier.
Hey, what's up, girl?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, girl?
Did you get my message?
Yeah, I got it earlier. I couldn't call you back at that moment.
Okay, don't worry about it. I was just making sure. I wanted to know if you were going to get to come over today or if you're going to wait till tomorrow.
What do you think? How things look over there?
You can come over if you
go over
want. I
there.
thought you were going to come over about...
The cops there yet?
Yeah, tell you what, I have to check a few more things. I want to come over today, but I got to make sure things are right here. I got a few more things to check. And
In terms of I'm not missed, and I can just go listen for Channel Girl.
So that you'll know.
Okay. Let me see here. Tell you what, give me about an hour. Right now, it's going on 3 o'clock. Give me to about like 4.
Okay.
And then I'll call you, or just give me a call, and then I'll see if I can head out that way.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just call you back later.
Okay.
All right. See you later.
All right, then.
Bye.
All right, bye. Hello?
Hey, there you are.
You? What's going on?
How much? So, do you know if you're going to be able to come or not?
Will you get mad if I say wait till tomorrow?
No, I just wanted to know. That way I'm not, like, expecting you or anything like that. I mean, I can wait if it's okay.
Yeah, I think it's probably best to wait, because I'm like, got to do something. I know how long it's going to take. If I get done early, I might give you a call later.
Well, do you want me to call you? Like when? When do you want me to call and see? Or do you want to meet online?
Yeah, we'll probably meet online, because I hate because I know you see you doing your minutes on your phone. I don't want to use your...
Okay, well, I guess for now I'll just wait around. I mean, I guess, and see if you're gonna be able to. But if not, tomorrow it's okay.
Yeah, I really want to come today, right now.
Yeah, that would be really great.
What's going on? I mean, what you doing?
I don't know much. I'm just kind of bored. I was kind of looking forward to you coming tonight, but I guess
Oh, man, you gonna make me
I
change?
mean, if you could come tonight, that would be great. But I mean, I understand if you can't, like you've got work or something.
You still at your computer, right?
Well, if you want me to, I'll go.
Yeah, I want to see if I can get the directions. What was it, like 2 hours?
Okay, hold on, and I'll get on the computer and we'll look it up, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Well, there you go. That was the Christopher Canyon calls. Yeah, so very much so that from my standpoint is you want to get on the phone, get her voice, make himself feel a lot better about everything, and then also try to pepper in his little smooth talk, Cuba Gooding Jr. from Boys in the Hood type of talk. But he definitely felt more comfortable on the phone, which is definitely a common trait amongst the predators. They always want to see if they can get the person on the phone to get them comfortable. make them feel better about showing up and everything. So yeah, that's wow. Yeah, Sierra, Sierra. I forgot that Sierra is just so. Yeah, Frank Sierra is another character. So yeah. So I forgot Frank Sierra's. That's chat. Um, oh Lord. So yeah, Christopher Cannon, definitely a classic groomer in the sense that he wants to get the girl comfortable with him, in the sense that he's not a bad person. He cares about her. He just wants to see her and everything. Um, it's more of like a manipulation tactic in person, where I see more predators that want to be manipulative in person versus more manipulative via or chat. I keep saying text because we don't chat anymore, but I am each other. But yeah, so he definitely exhibited like he wants to use the phone conversation as more of a way to groom her, to get her more comfortable, get her more smooth talker in a sense. And you can tell in the way he talks to her in that sense that he's trying to smooth talk her, get her more in tune. And again, he uses a picture of him when he was a lot younger, which a lot of predators do. So you can tell, if you guys can tell the contrast of what he looked like in this picture versus his picture when he was when he got arrested. He's a lot more light skinned, more youthful looking in this picture versus the one that he was arrested in. Not like a huge difference, but I guess enough difference in his mind that he just was like, I can't. I think he matured more, but I think he mentally matured more in that sense of like he felt he was a lot more older, but again, he still was feeling like trying to be with children. So I just that's what I take away from him. I take away from him is that he, excuse me, yeah, he's a classic. Yeah. So Bronco, yeah, looking cool for the kid. Yes, of course, classic groomer. Johnny said his high school yearbook picture. I don't know. It could be. Honestly, it could be because he's what 43, 44 at this point. So he would be what from 70, 74, 75. No. No, yes. He's 44 now, so he'd be. So it could be it could be. So basically, like, this is why I say this. This is why I say this because he was around the age of that whole movement in the early '90s, mid '90s of like, I mean, again, this is, the LA riots, the Rodney King movement, the OJ Simpson, all that kind of stuff. Like that was his era. So I feel like he was part of that from a sheltered standpoint in St. Louis, but then when he got back to Atlanta, he felt more a part of that. So he was still trying to live through that, and he was 30. He's 32 at the point, but he was still trying to live that saga, live that lifestyle, and it just didn't really work out for him. That's a very different topic to talk about in terms of things. But yeah, he definitely tried to portray himself as younger. He was trying to push himself as this young, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type of dickhead from St. Louis type of guy. So yeah, again. Oh, this is not okay. Sorry, yeah, I'm like messed up. But yeah, again, I do appreciate everybody else coming on. Yeah, I have a head cold pretty hard, so I'm just kind of loopy and tired if you up in the morning. But excuse me, very unprofessional. But yeah, again, this is basically the crux of Christopher Columbus Cannon triggered. But yeah, essentially what I got from him was just to wrap everything up, and I appreciate, and again, I appreciate everybody coming out. But hold hold on. I just send this email real quick. But again, what happened is, I think what's going on essentially is that anyway, sorry. Well, basically, with Christopher Cannon is what you see is a person that knows what is going on with my mic. You see a person that knows their role in society. They've appreciated and accomplished what they've done in society in terms of like a youth minister, pastor, whatever it's called, and wherever he is from. I should know this, but I also don't care. He's using that role. He might also, he might honestly be good in that role. He might be good in that role. We don't know. I don't know that. I don't know that. No one has come forward about it. So we don't know. So I just what I think is that he has lost in his identity. I think he's more lost in his identity as a person, and he was probably more so pushed to be a person that was likes younger, whatever, just because because they see it as like, I can still be that person I used to be. There's some players that like that. They mentally want to. They're mentally selfish because they want to be someone that they used to be when they were younger, and the only way to achieve it is by being with these underage chicks, because of age women or whatever. They're not feeling it. I feel like that's kind of where he is, but at the same time, he's also not that way, because he's very careful, very meticulous, very much, let's talk on the phone, are you a cop? Are you setting up? Blah blah. No, not are you a cop? Are you setting up for cops? So I just think that at the same time, he's a very peculiar case, and I would love to see his police footage. I love to see it, because I think it would shed light on who he is as a person, because I feel like he definitely talked a lot, or at least he spilled the beans quite a bit to the police after a while, because he did get slammed by he did get slammed. So I think he definitely he spilled the beans, and I think I mean if we saw, I mean, we got the footage. He definitely had condoms. He definitely had condoms on him, and you don't have that length of a conversation. And I've posted, as a post before in the forum. I think so there is questions like brutality, or how the cops treated him and stuff, whatever. Um, I think down in that culture of the South, of that deep South, they take religion very seriously. So when they see a person that takes religion and throws it back in their face in this type of way, of Christopher Cannon did, they get very offended. So they want to, like, they really want to pummel somebody. So when we see it on TV, we're like, oh yeah, but it's that might be kind of fucked up. But it's like, when someone's in your community it's being this type of person, you get very passionate, and you get very upset that someone's this sick of a person. So that is my it's my personal belief. But yeah, I don't know. Seeing more of this character has got me thinking more. So I guess maybe again, going forward, I should probably make videos where I don't sit here and just ramble live, but actually take time to think about it. But excuse me. Oh god. But yes. So no, I know I'm obviously losing viewers. Obviously, it's getting late, but no, I do appreciate everyone coming on and watching this. But Brian said, I feel like he generally does struggle with himself in the chat a bit. You can see signs of guilt and regret as much as some. Yeah, T-Pack base. No, it's again. I think there's more internal struggle with him. At the same time, I still think he's a horny dickhead who's committing an illegal act and should be punished. But at the same time, like there you do a job. I think like there is a reason why he did his job. I don't think he solely did his job just to be a predator. He had a reason to help kids. At the same time, he had a problem that needed to be addressed. That's my opinion. But again, I don't think he should be around kids regardless. But I think like he had an initial help to want, like, need to help want kids or whatever you want to say. But I think he just kind of developed into this whole face genitalia, whatever you want to say, whatever. But yeah, I just think that there's a few things that probably kicked him into that gear of like, I'll see kids and it's fine with me. I seriously do hope that he did not have any kind of relations or anything with kids. I really hope he did not. I seriously am praying he never did. But it is a possible thing, but it's also like I don't want to sit here and say, well, because other people did, you did it. So I try to. So, yeah. So I'll just also I should just end it here because I need to go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm so zonked out from my medication, not medication, but from my stuffiness. I need to take medication, go to sleep. But yes, again, this is Christopher Cannon. This was a very long stream, but I appreciate everybody for staying on as long as they did. That's crazy. For anyone that watched this, and I guess people dislike this video, that's fine. Not really a concern for me. But yeah, again, appreciate everybody coming on. Bronco and Johnny, Frigid, yeah. Appreciate everybody else coming on too. I'll try to do something tomorrow. I'm probably do something tomorrow as well. I should be free tomorrow, so I'll be on tomorrow as well. But yes, again, this is Christopher Cannon, the religious youth minister who was caught trying to solicit sex from a 15-year-old in Georgia. So yeah, again, everyone have a great night and see you soon. Maybe tomorrow. See you soon, guys. So, adios, muchachos.